Good morning everyone, welcome back to another exercise session for active seniors. So it's part of my active seniors series of videos that, right, okay, today we are going to work with TheraBands. Make sure that you've got your training shoes on or lace-up shoes or something with a bit more support. So good footwear. You're sitting tall in your chair, got your chair to support you, pull your tummy in, drop your shoulders down, and we'll get into a warm-up phase. So always warm up before you start any form of exercise, and always make sure that you're feeling well enough to do a session of exercise. So while we're talking, let's start to just lift your toes up and down. So the heels stay on the floor, the toes start drawing up. And if you bring your feet further forwards, you can get a little bit more height from the toe. Right, so just keep that going and realign your posture. So straighten up through the back. Good, relax the shoulders and start to move. And relax. Good. Okay, we'll bring the feet back behind the knees. So what you can do from here is just to start walking the legs. Now I'm going to do a seated warm-up today, because my previous video showed you the standing warm-up. So today you can sit down and work through these moves if you want to, or you can stand up and do exactly the same thing. So taking it very gently, walking the legs, walking the arms. Good, and relax. Now come into some shoulder rolls. Nice big circle back into the shoulders. From the side view, you can see I'm not right back in my chair, sitting towards the front of the chair with a gap between my feet and nice support from the legs, and then relax the arms down by your side. Okay, so facing you again, shoulder rolls, moving towards the back of the chair, good, with the arms moving backwards, and then relax them down by your side. Right, so staying up nice and tall, nice upright back posture. We're going to reach very gently but not too far, to the side, to the centre, to the other side and to the centre. So use your stomach muscles, pull them in very gently, control the range of movement that you're using. You're not going too far in either direction. Good, and let's do one more. To the right, to the centre and to the left. And to the centre. Good, finish off with that lovely upright posture. Right, you can cross the hands onto either shoulder and very gently turn now to the right and to the centre, same thing, but this time very gently using your trunk rotation to get the move. So let's do another one. Right and centre, pull the tummy in, and left and centre, and one more. Good, and bring it back. We'll take the left side and to the centre, and then release the arms. Well done. Picking up one heel, put it on the floor, point it down to your toes. So now we're swapping from heel to toe, heel to toe. Good, keep it strong at the ankle. So it's the ankle that's working hard here, which you can probably feel it on your quadriceps as well. Last one, and relax that leg. Good, swap it through, heel and toe, heel and toe on the other side. So again, tall back position, pick up the knee, get the ankle to move underneath the knee. And last one, and relax. Good. Finish that with a nice easy march now. Big shoulders. Good, sorry, big shoulder swings. Good. Again, 4, 3, 2. Now, if you want to, you can just stop the legs from moving for a moment and just increase your range in the upper body. So nice big range of movement through the shoulders now. And shake out the wrists. Lovely. Okay, so hopefully you're feeling a little bit warmer. So we've warmed up our shoulders quite nicely there. So into the working phase of this video. Okay, so find your band, collect it. Probably want the easier band to start with in the upper body. So palms facing the ceiling and your band across the front of the hands. We've got about a 6-inch gap in between these hands, so Find that position. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears and just place your elbows along the side of your waistline so shoulders aren't lifting up and the elbows aren't lifting out. So bring it in, drop it down and sit up really straight with your back. Okay, let's get you moving. So we're going to grip the band and pull and release. Good. And again, grip the band and pull and release. So do it with me in this time zone, in this time scale. So nice and steadily, a small pull and release. Good. And again, pull and release. So you can see my elbows are tight to my waist. You've got slight outward rotation at the shoulder there. Let me show you from the side view. Pull and release. Good. Now from here, keep going. Once you've got the band stretching at the front, I want you to drive it backwards so the band comes into your tummy and your elbows go now behind your back. So now squeeze that upper back and then release. Bring it back to your starting position. Good. You've got a straight back position here. Strong pull on the band. Let the elbows slide back behind your back. Squeeze the upper back and release. Good. So don't hold your breath while you're doing that. We've got this lovely smooth range of movement. Breathing steadily as you go. Bringing it forwards and release it. Well done. Let's just do one more here. Ease it back. Squeeze and release to the front. Now place your band on your lap and just relax your wrists for a moment. Shake out the wrists and the fingers to let those grip muscles release. Good. So you can do another set of that, but we'll come back to it in a moment. Do run through a range of alternating muscle groups. So we'll move on to legs. Okay, so if you flatten your band now across the top of your legs, okay, raise your heels up a little way to bring your legs closer to you so you don't have to lean too far forwards. Wrap the band underneath the legs and then bring the tail ends back on the opposite side. You can pull to tighten up your band and then bring those tails back on top. And all you need to do now is place your hands on top of that band and that should hold it in place. So from here, straighten up your back. Good, nice tall lift. We'll walk the feet out to the side. So start off with a comfortable distance apart and then we'll see how that works. So push the knees out to where your feet are, stretch the band and then release it. Good. And again, push the knees out to where the feet are. Now your feet should remain flat on the floor throughout this range of movement. So you're putting a little bit of pressure on that band and release. So this is targeting deep into your hip muscles on either side. So it should be working both hips and release. Now if it's not strong enough, you can use a stronger band or you can bring your feet out a little bit wider. So as long as they stay flat on the floor while you're pushing, you can increase your range and release. Good. And again, push and release. Good. Let's do a few more. So keep going with that lovely strong push. Maintain your posture. Keep breathing nice and gently, deeply. And push. And release. Good. And again, push. So, are you feeling this yet? Might feel those hip muscles start to kick into this. So let's do one more. And let it go. Well done. Bring the feet back together, undo those tail ends and bring the band back up into the palms of your hands where we're going to do our second set of the upper back squeeze. So the palms facing the ceiling, drop the shoulders down, relax the elbows into your waistline and gently pull. Touch the tummy with your band, squeeze the upper back, breathe and release. Good. And again, pull. Elbows back and release. Well done. And again, keep going. Pull backwards, squeeze that upper back, Really get this working for you. So it's very good postural realignment of that upper back. Good. And release it. So how many more? Do as many as you feel comfortable really with this. Good. So 2 more here. Ease back. Good. And 1 more. So very nice, a gentle range. And let it go. And then we're ready for the hip exercise again. So same position, nice and flat. Lift your heels up, cross those tail ends underneath the legs and give those the bands a pull and back up onto the top of the leg. Okay, feet apart, move your feet out to the side, straighten up your back again, and then when you're ready to push into the band and get it really working. Good. And again, push. Good. And release. So again, maintain the flat foot position on the floor, knees in line with your toes, your feet. Release. Good. And again, push. So breathe nice and deeply and push. Good. You feeling it yet? Okay, a couple more. Good. Well done. And let's do 2 more. Push. Release. And the last one. Good strong push here at the end of it all. Good. Straighten up your back. Take some nice deep breaths. And release it out. Good. Well done. Take your band off and relax for a moment. Now you might want to sit back in your chair. Just have a quick release of your back position because your back is working quite hard to maintain that posture all the time. So just take a few moments to sit back. Okay, right, let's continue with arm strength now. So we're going to work in the upper arm, in the bicep area on both sides. So take your band and place it on the floor and put your feet on it. So this will secure the band when you pull against it. So second thing we'll work with here is the grip. So if you take your flat palm, place the band across the palm so it's coming out between the thumb and the forefinger, and then tighten up your resistance in the band. So let the arm relax by your hip now. We'll straighten up the back, pick the chin up, nice tall posture, and then very gently start to lift and lower. So nice and strong in that arm, keeping the elbow close to your waistline. So now you can adjust the tension. If you feel this isn't strong enough, you can increase it. And if you feel you're struggling with it a little bit, struggling to maintain your posture, you can obviously release it as well. So just work with the right amount of tension for you. So it's a nice straightforward exercise, just lifting up and lowering down, keeping the elbow close to your waist. So keep that going, and I'm going to turn to the side. Oops. And show you in this side profile. So you can see there's not much movement in the shoulder here. All the movement is in the arm, the biceps of the arm. So you've got a little bit of wrist loading here, and you've got your grip working in the forearm. So quite a good strong exercise really for maintaining your arm strength. Okay, let's do 2 more here. So you should feel every single one of these. Right, so this nice next one now, I'm going to get you to hold it up at the top of your range. So you're putting pressure on those biceps to really maintain that strength that's needed to lift your band. Okay, release it back down again and do that again. Let's come all the way up and just hold it. So to make this work a little bit harder for you, you can stop halfway down and hold it, and then all the way down and release it. And you can feel those muscles now under a little bit more pressure. Up to the top, halfway down, and all the way down. Good, let's do 1 more of those. Up to the top, halfway down. Hold, keep breathing, keep that lovely straight back, nice pull in through the abdominals, and then let it go. Well done. Okay, so quite tough work there. So swap the band over into your other hand. So you need to bring it out from underneath the feet, place it on the floor, coming up now by your left leg, across the palm, in between the thumb and the forefinger, and then adjust your resistance on the band. tuck your elbow in, straighten up and lift and lower. So go through that same movement, range of movement again on this side. So really control your posture against that resistance in the band. A nice strong lift. Good, and adjust the resistance to suit your ability here, to suit the strength in this arm. So nice and strong, keep going, pull. Got that straight wrist position working, grip working quite steadily there. And lift and lower. Now let's play around with the pace. So we're going up to the top, all the way down. Well done. So just holding for a few more seconds. Up to the top and lower. Well done. And again, lift up to the top, hold, and then release it. Good. And again, up to the top. Now this time we're going to stop halfway down. So you've got that lovely strong lift working against all this resistance in the band. Now release it. Let's do that again. Up, halfway down. Keep your intensity, keep the resistance working hard against those biceps muscles and release. Let's do that one more time. Up to the top, breathing, keep breathing, well done. And then let it go and release. So you should feel that. You should be working hard enough on those arms to feel those muscles really working through that strength. Do a second set if you want to. But I'm going to take you on to a little bit leg strength with a slightly stronger band, supplementing your sit to stand. The leg, keep on top of your leg strength. We're going to do a leg extension exercise with band resistance. So straighten up your back, pick up your knee. You've got your band firmly underneath the foot, so make sure it doesn't flip off at the end of your toe there. We're going to hold on to your hips now, so straighten your back and gently push and lift. So you're pushing down against the resistance of your band and lifting up with the assistance of the band on the upward phase. So down through to the heel. Try and hover that heel above the floor. Pick the knee up and hold. Good. Push down again. Hover, lift and hold and push. So you can feel that intensity hopefully here in the top of your leg. Keep pushing and lifting and push. Keeping the back straight and push and lift. So how many of these can you do? Keep going until you feel that your legs are starting to not ache so much, but just feel the intensity of the exercise. And just watch those knees, don't overstress the knee joint here. So keep a nice steady pace. And then the last one here. Bring the knee back up and we'll take the band off from underneath the foot. Okay, pop it down underneath the other leg. Nice tall back, realign your posture. If I turn to my side, turn to the side, you can see the side profile of this exercise. So the band underneath your foot, make sure it's towards the centre of your foot so it doesn't ping off over the top of your toes. Straighten your back, pick up your knee, place your hands on your hips, and then we're ready to go. Straight down, out of the hip, straight up as far as you can go comfortably with that knee lift. So let's go nice and steadily down and up. Good. And again, push down. So you can see the back is straight. Try and keep that posture check. It's quite hard work actually against this band, especially if you're using your stronger band because you're on your leg strength here. So take your time pushing through to the end of your range and up as far as your knees will allow. So push and lift. And again, let's finish off with the last one here. And release. Well done. So you can do another set of those as well. Come back to your first leg, second set, and then finish off on the other side. Okay, well done. So just demonstrating leg strength there and arm strength in the biceps. So I'm going to finish off now with a few stretches. So the first thing, because we've been sitting for a while, we're going to stand to do some of the stretches and then sit down to do the rest. So let's come forwards in your chair. I'm going to turn my chair around again. Feet behind you, push up to stand. And before we go on to the stretches, just slowly hover above your chair and sit back down again. And let's do that again. Push up to stand. So we're coming back to this sit to stand exercise. Hover and sit. Good. Push through the legs. Nice strong lift. Good. Tall back, standing up nice and straight. Push back into your hips, hover above the chair, load your legs, push the weight through your heels and relax gently into the chair without dropping. So let's do that again. Strong push through the heels, come up to stand. Breathe nice and deeply and then release it. Hover and sit. Good. And again. Push through the heels. And then push back into your hips, weight on the heels, hover and slowly lower. Well done. Let's do one more to come up to stand and then walk it out gently, and we'll turn around to the back of your chair and hold on. So the first stretch we're going to start with here is the calf stretch. So if you place one leg behind the other, you don't need to be on a tight rope, you don't need to be on that tandem stand position. You can take your feet slightly wider to give you balance, but the back heel does need to be on the floor. So don't go too far apart with the feet if you can't quite manage that just yet. So the heel down at the back, front knee is bent, and you've got your chair in front of you to hold onto and support your balance. So lovely calf stretch. You can probably feel that working deep into the back of this leg. Okay, I'm going to increase the range now with a lift up to the top, pushing into a hip flexor stretch. So hold your chair with one hand, reach with the other, and then bring the arm back down again. And once you've found that hip flexor stretch, keep pushing into it gently. Just use your hip, front of the hip now, to push deeper into that stretch. So these tend to tighten up when we're sitting down a lot, so let's get a lovely stretch through that front of hip and down into your calf. Okay, release the legs, walk them out. We'll do the same thing on the other side, so let's get your other heel back. Just very gently, lower it to the floor steadily. Nice tall back position, so you're not dropping into that lean, standing up nice and straight out of it. Start to push through this other hip as well, and then you can increase that range with a lift. Always hold on, keep your chair on the right side of you to support your posture. So some deep breaths. Front knee is bent. Good. You can feel the stretch low in that calf to down here in the lower part of the leg and up here into the front of the hip. So release the arms when you're ready to, but you can keep that stretch on for a little bit longer if you want to. But just push your hip forwards and then bring the feet back in and finish that with a march. Lovely. Right, going to come back round to the front of the chair now. So step across the front, feet are apart, little bit of a gap between the feet. Push back into your hips, heels are on the floor, hover, and then slowly lower yourself back into your chair. Okay, so let's stay at the front of the chair and extend one leg out. So we're working now further up the leg in the hamstrings. Nice tall back position. We're going to place both hands on your bent leg. This is going to support you as you lean forwards just enough to feel the stretch going on here in the back of this leg. So try not to lock your knee out, but just a slight bend without putting too much pressure on the knee joint. You can let the toes release at the front there and just lean in until you feel the back of this leg starting to ease into a lovely stretch. And release. Well done. Okay, come through to exactly the same thing on the other leg. So straighten up your other side, lift the rib cage up again, lean from the hip and place your hands on your supporting leg. So now you can start to feel that stretch developing in the other hamstrings in the other leg. So keep the pressure on and just let the muscles relax. So take some deep breaths in and breathe out. Good, and a lovely release from the hamstrings. So again, you can do the stretches quite frequently. So every time you exercise, obviously, you're going to finish with a stretch session. So let's bring your elbows and your shoulders back around. Just release the any tight spots in the shoulders for a moment. Go with one arm if you want to. So I like to place the hand on top of the shoulder and move the elbow. You can give that elbow a little bit of support here. Place the hand on top of your shoulder, lift to stretch into the back of the arm, but you get a nice range of movement here at the shoulder joint as well. Up to the ceiling, hold on to your chair and we'll stretch through the side of your body. So into your back and release and give the arm a shake out. Let's do the same on the other side. Just an easy release at the shoulder joint, and then if you need to support that arm, lift it up, come into a tricep stretch, move into a side stretch and just hold on to your chair as you lean. And again, release that. When you're ready to, shake out the arms. Now we can bring the stretch into the chest now, across the front of the body. So straighten up, sit tall in your chair, reach behind you, find the sides of your chair, the back of your chair, and lift your back upwards. Good. So you've got that lovely strong pull in through the abs. Nice release, down in the shoulders and squeeze into your upper back. So you can feel a lovely stretch running right across the front of your chest. So take some deep breaths in here and release, and just work through that lovely stretch. Okay, release the arms and give the wrists a bit of a shake out. Well done, and thank you for joining me today for the workout with the bands, with the stretches. Stay on top of it all, and I'll see you again soon.